What's up? This is Rob Shameless.
Rick Warden, Outlaw Video TV.
New heavy metal review. I'm Guy Causeway from the Red Chord.
And we're here in Dallas, Texas at The Door. How is this tour going? You guys are touring with the only metal alien band known to man. How are we touring with aliens?
This is our third tour with GWAR. We did Sounds of the Underground in 2005 with them for a couple weeks. Got a 10-week tour at the end of 2006, and then this one's like 11 weeks long. So I guess that for a bunch of intergalactic space rockers or whatever, they must like us because they keep bringing us around, letting us live.
Yeah, I heard that Bobby got killed. Has any members of your bands gotten eaten by GWAR?
Our guitar player got killed for his birthday back in 2006, and I got killed on Halloween. Apparently they wanted us to keep living though because I didn't get killed enough because I'm here doing the interview. So I guess I was more just injured and they kept me alive to do their will.
So you guys just came out with a new record on Metal Blade, and you guys have put out a couple of records, been on Metal Blade for a while. How do you like being on Metal Blade?
It's fine. Metal Blade, Metal Blade's definitely helped us do a lot of really great things. Fed Through the Teeth Machine came out last week. We did just over 3,000 copies the first week, certified triple plastic. So we made the Billboard charts with the triple plastic. Whatever, I'm waiting for my plaque from Nielsen.
Awesome. Every time we've interviewed a Metal Blade band, I always like to talk about the owner, Brian Slagle, and he's done so much for metal. What's your thoughts on the owner of one of the best metal record labels?
If he was here right now, I'd kiss him on the lips. Maybe even put a little tongue in it. He's a nice guy. He
is a nice guy. The last time I saw you guys, actually I think the first time I saw you guys, I cut like a song or two, and he was actually here, with you guys. It was you guys throw down Black Dahlia Murder, and that was a pretty awesome tour for you guys. And surprisingly, he was out here, and it was the second time I met him, and he was really stoked on you guys, and he was giving you guys really good constructive criticism and feedback on your live show.
Yeah, Brian's a great guy. He's really passionate about what he does, and I mean it's awesome that he's run one of the most successful metal companies, successful indie labels, period. And he's been doing it for 25 years, and he actually still gives a shit. So it's pretty nice.
That's awesome. So, what have you guys doing after this tour? Are you guys taking the usual band Christmas break until January?
Yeah, I mean we're on this tour. I mean we started up on September 29th, and we don't end up getting done with it until like the middle of December. So we got a couple weeks off around the holidays, and we're still trying to figure out our schedule. We're supposed to go overseas, and we're supposed to do Europe, Japan, and Australia. It's still getting whacked around a little bit. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but
we just talked to John for a couple about that. Are you guys doing that together?
No, they're going over with Lamb of God, and we were going over with something else. So we'll run into those guys over there.
You guys are just this band that is just phenomenal. Like kids, they try to be, very influential. I mean, I've seen a lot of records say, for bands like, the Red Chord. What does it feel to be a band that actually is an influence where other labels or bands like put your name and like if you like the Red Chord or bands of the Red
it's simply a nice feeling. When we started out, there was a lot of people that said especially on our record before we were on Metal Blade, they were like, oh, if you put this band, this band, and this band, and this band, or whatever in a blender, you get the Red Chord. And then it was nice that after a while it was turned into, oh, this sounds like the Red Chord. I feel like over time we've gotten better at being the Red Chord. Now that being said, there's all these marketing stickers with, for fans of the Red Chord. Let me ask you, of all the bands that have ever had the sticker on it that say the Red Chord, have you ever listened to the band and said, oh yeah, this does sound like the Red Chord? because usually you go, oh, that's kind of neat. Like they're, you know, they stuck our name on it. Then you listen to it and you go, how did you get that? And you're like, well, where did that come from? I mean, thanks, I appreciate the influence, but it's just, I mean, maybe we share fans, but it's like, you know, I like Wu-Tang, and I like Queens of the Stone Age, but, you know, it wouldn't necessarily go and label, like, you know, if you're a fan of whatever, you know, you might like this too, but still, it's all good. Follow my thing on Twitter if you do that sort of thing. I have Black Market Activities Twitter, so twitter.com/blackmarketact, and I run that shit.
Most people don't know, but I know this, that Black Market is a subsidiary label of Metal Blade.
You know incorrectly, because I'm not a subsidiary label. I'm an independently owned and operated company that does not have funding from anybody. So I'm distributed by Metal Blade.
Distributed.
Not a subsidiary. I don't know how that goes with the other Metal Blade labels like Ironclad or High Impact or whatever else that they do, because I know they do a few of them. But I know that my company, Black Market Activities, is independently owned and operated. So when a band hits me up and says, can we get a bunch of tour support, and I don't have any money, I say no. And they say, can you go to Metal Blade and maybe get some money from them or whatever? And I say no. Because that's what happens when you run a bad record label like I do. You have no money and you don't care. I say, I hope you break down, just so that we can have the conversation where I say, no, you can't have anything. But I'll put out your shitty band CD. I'll put out every shitty CD. Just keep it going. Send me demos. Go to blackmarketactivities.com. Write us on the MySpace. MySpace.com/blackmarketactivities. You think I'll check your fucking message? No. You think I'll listen to your shitty CD? No, probably not. But you know what? I'm just happy that it's there. I'm glad that someday I could be in a shit mood about my shitty band and all the crap that we're doing right or wrong or whatever else, and I can listen to your shitty band and I can say, wow, this is just as bad as my music. And then I'll sign your band, because you know what? I put out bad music, and I like it like that. This year I put out so much bad music, it's awesome. Gaza coming out next week, awful. Fly by Mistake, off the network, awful. You should buy all this stuff and see what I mean. And you should, you know what? Whether you like it or not, you should buy it just for the laugh, so that I can make some money and I can keep putting out all of this stuff, because it makes me happy to work with these bands, because I don't even like their music, but I like them as people, and I like you guys, and I hope that you can maybe interview them and help spread the word. And I can say, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate this guy standing with a boom stand, you know, balancing on his head, you know, and whatever, taking the time to express interest, because you know what? I would I'd say, you know what I have to do today? Eat, drink this soda, go play a show, maybe go watch some Dexter or something like that.
Dexter is amazing.
But in all seriousness, I release awesome bands, and you should pay attention to them, because I work hard. You should listen to my band. My bands all work hard. I'm busting my ass. And these guys, Outlaw Music, Outlaw Video, whatever the hell it is, Outlaw TV. You should buy outlawtv.tv and outlawtv.com and maybe an outlawtv.de. You know, just in case, you know, or maybe a .at just in case you ever expand into Austria or Switzerland or whatever fucking place that there is. But these guys work hard. And I'm glad that you guys do what you do, because it means a lot. Because even if no one watches it, even if nobody watches it, you know what? We're gonna stick it up on the internet. It's gonna be floating around on YouTube and, you know, and your little .com and all that stuff, and it's going to be on the internet forever. And then someday, when everyone's extinct or whatever, and aliens come down on this earth or whatever, and they discover the internet too, they can see traces of me and you and this funny hat.
That's awesome. Well, I'm Rob Shameless with Outlaw Video TV.
Live free or die.
And this is Guy.
Live free or die, Guy.
Live free or die, Guy. He's from the Red Chord. And he has his own record label called Black Market Activities.
Hey, thanks for having fun with us watching the Red Chord throwing down Metal Blade Records. Brian, thanks for bringing it, bro.